Hi everybody, we are out here planting in December because some of the seeds we've collected have different dormancies so that they can handle wintertime. Some of them don't need the dormancies, and so every species is different. I will put the dormancies that these have in the description if you want to know. And so what we're doing with these are actually just planting them now, putting them in some containers. We're going to let them work their own magic out here in the weather, and then we'll put them in a protected spot that I'll show you and let the weather rain down, snow down, freeze on, warm on. We'll let all that happen out here. Sometimes we do this in the refrigerator. It just depends on how many seeds we're doing, what's our mood. You know, we got to keep it fun. So right now we're doing these out here, and Steve has done 5 different species. We've got black cohosh, more of it, we can never have enough, Winterberry Holly, and Trumpet Creeper, smooth hydrangea, and hop tree. So we have picked up a lot of these seeds on our hikes lately. We've just come across them in the right spot, and so that means they've been in the environmental conditions they've been in for this whole season. So we're going to just keep them in that. The main thing is so that we know where they are, and we sow a lot directly in the earth, but we're kind of bad at remembering where we put everything, and so sometimes we like to have a little bit more controlled measure and see what these plants look like when they start coming up. And in the case of black cohosh, it could be next spring, it could be in 2 springs. So having that marked off is pretty neat, or just put in a pot so that we know what is there and if they ever do germinate. We've never tried to grow trumpet creeper, which is that vine that has the really orange, beautiful trumpet-like flower on there that hummingbirds love. And these are all just really interesting plants. You can see we've got them in yogurt containers. We have a whole stockpile. And so they're great pots. We punch holes in the bottom of them. And then we label things, and you can see that I have Sharpie marker on these, but I also have pencil on them because sometimes the Sharpies, even the outdoor hardy ones, get beat down by the sun and you can't read it. And so I wrote the date on here that we sowed them and then the name of the plant. Steve's got a lot of extra black cohosh, so we'll put that somewhere. Not all the pods were filled, but somewhere. So let me show you where we're gonna put these. And we're gonna just walk over here. You all have seen this. This was the old garden that is mowed down, and then our fruiting shrubs. We're so excited about those. I have to look at them every time we go by because they're really exciting. And we're heading to where we're overwintering these plants. Here are our overwintered persimmons that also turned into a kale garden all on their own because of the soil we put in there. So Steve's bringing the pots and we put them in here. This is our shade house. And we already have some plants in here. You can see that this whole area is lined with hardware cloth and boards. And that's so that nobody can come in here and eat the seeds. I don't know if they'd be super interested in the ones we have in here, but sometimes we have nut crops and those are definitely loved. Once we're done, we'll shut this lid and lock it, and then we'll be able to keep checking on these. I checked on these a little bit ago. This is what I'm talking about. So this is American spikenard. These are just a winter annual in there coming up, but they're frozen solid. So that's what a lot of seeds need. Freezing and thawing and warmth and cold. And that's it. These seeds know a lot better than we do what they want and what they need, and so we just keep observing and learning. But it is so much fun to be on a hike and see a plant that we don't know, or even more so that we don't have here or that we haven't grown yet. And so we always are seed collecting. It's like the the native plant explorers. And you hear those folks going all around the world collecting seeds. Well, we're just super thrilled about the ones that are in our environment because there are many that are not plentiful. Like last night I was reading, did you know there's an American barberry? I mean, yeah, there's native shrubs of so many things that we don't know. So we're always looking, hoping for a couple unique individuals or just ones that we need more of or that we want to help promote because they're not common. We hope we've inspired you to go look for some seeds on your own and do some planting and let us know what happens. But what better thing to do in these short, dark days of December than to plant some seeds that will soon turn into light of their own. Okay, so we sowed some seeds in pots that we're going to have over winter outdoors, and we're also going to scatter some on the earth. Look at this, is smooth hydrangea. We don't have this growing here, and it is native to the area, so we're very excited to see what they do. They have really beautiful flowers and seed structures, and we believe this one's really easy to get growing. So Steve's going to put some of this in our front beds and we'll see how they do. And then I am going to work on the black cohosh that's left. Yes, we've scattered a bunch, but we've got to scatter a lot. From what I've read, black cohosh has some low germination rates, and that's partly to keep themselves healthy. So they can get sick just like everyone when they're too crowded, and so they limit themselves, and I think that is pretty great. They know what they're doing. And I'm going to go through here and just broadcast. You've seen this area before, our magic zone, the black walnut. We actually have 1 or 2 black cohosh in here and this pawpaw, and I'm going to just fling these everywhere. Out in nature, that's what's happening in the pods. They're just flinging themselves everywhere. So it seems like another great activity for a December day, doesn't it? Sowing seeds. Oh, there's a little titmouse scolding me. These are not the seeds, those are pods. Seeds are those little tan dots in the middle. Good luck, black cohosh. We all can't wait to see your spires in a few years.